All right, welcome back.
Yes.
To the Not a Mean Godcast. I am Lord Jamar.
And now I'm Digga, a.k.a. Dirty Harriet, a.k.a. Angela Davis.
We have a guest host with us.
What's up, y'all? Peace. This is Alex, a.k.a. Rah Digga's bestie. Catch me on IG at FOXXYALX1.
Okay.
I got my intro together.
There you go. There you go.
I got my intro together during the break, y'all. You know.
I think you misspelled Alex, though.
I did.
ALEX.
It was so
good. It was so
I thought I had it.
All right.
Until I misspelled my
FOXXYALEX, the number one.
Right on.
There you
There
go.
you go.
There you go. Shout out to all our people on YouTube Live that's been rocking with us for about an hour.
Yeah, I had a whole conversation with them. Y'all was gone. We done discussed.
We was eating chicken.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Say word.
There's chicken. Oops.
My niggas went and had food.
Yeah, there's chicken.
I'm in here
right?
thirsty as fuck.
Oh, we had, yeah.
Entertaining the people, and y'all was out there eating chicken.
I had a glass of wine.
I took a quick drumstick real quick.
Our bad. We thought you knew.
See how black people do?
We thought you knew.
See how black people do? Now, if I was working with white people, hey, Rod, come on. Come eat with us. Come on, Rod.
Are you kidding? Are you hungry? Let me fix you a plate.
You're eating, I'm buying. Come on. Let's go have a round. Let's go have a round of shots. Like, that's
fucking awesome.
Black people, they just coming back. Come on.
Because everything's awesome with white
Greasy
people.
mouth
Right?
and shit. Like,
It's fucking awesome.
oh, you ain't know he's in there eating?
We had some chicken. Was awesome. Awesome.
Hate you.
Fucking awesome.
The yellow rice was fucking awesome, dude.
Fucking awesome.
That's all
The
right.
wine was fucking awesome.
So before we left, we were talking about it is the how many years did you say for Dirty Harriet?
18 years.
18 years.
Fuck it, let's talk about me right now.
I'm saying. Hello.
Fuck all the mother hoes.
That's right.
Look,
Fuck all them other hoes.
The mother hoes.
I told you how I came and I bought Dirty. Now, me and Digga have been friends for 20 plus years. Like, our kids went to preschool together, but I still went out and bought that album at Tower Records.
Our kids are somewhere right now smoking a blunt together.
Now, as somebody,
Where's mom and mom?
now as somebody who's probably gonna maybe have a reunion of maybe like 28 years of releasing music. You know, I remember when I had like 18 years.
He trying to stun on me.
I remember when I had an 18-year anniversary. Yeah,
He trying to stun on me.
That was no. It's a beautiful thing. Listen, you know I'm playing, but I'm. Come on.
I know.
Like
I know you.
It
old.
is a
I know
fucking-
you way older than me. I know.
Right, I know.
That's right. She made that album when she was 5.
Shots fired.
Exactly.
She made that album when she was 5 years
Right, that's
old.
going to be the title. Shots fired.
The tender age
Listen.
of 50.
Motherfuckers these days are lucky to be around for 18 months.
Just talk about it.
Oh, stop.
That's why y'all best friends.
That is scary.
I know.
We talking alike.
Motherfuckers is lucky to be around for 18 months, let alone 18 years, Rah Digga.
Yo, man.
Like, and to still be touring, making money from hip hop, to still have respect in the game. It's like,
Shouts out to everybody that contributed to that project. I had production from
who does that?
Beat Miners, Rock Wilder, Shock from fuck, this is the damn thick crew. What's Swiss Beats crew, y'all, real quick? Rough Riders.
Oh.
I'm like, what's the
we
crew?
looking at you like,
Like when you have a brain fart or some shit
right.
like
I just
that.
had yo, I'm getting old. Okay, I'm almost getting your age. I had a brain fart. No, but shouts out to Pete Rock and Primo. Yo, Dirty Harriet was supposed to be all Pete Rock and Primo. When I originally went into
That was your plan?
That was my plan, to have all side A Primo and all side B Pete Rock. And So I started out before they getting the budget together. I'm rocking with the day one Knots. We get like 6-7 songs in, and I guess Sylvia. That's when Sylvia made the call to Bust. Like, okay, we spending a lot of money on this one nigga.
Who the fuck is this?
Where's the single?
Nigga.
But you know what? That's the Showdown, that's the Outsidaz track, the Last Word, that's a lot of them bops, straight spitting. Like, that was the beginning of Dirty Harriet. So then, I didn't get the Pete Rock and Primo till, like, matter of fact, Primo track I did maybe like the week of my album getting mastered. That was like the very last track that I recorded. And
let me ask you something real quick. Out of the Flipmode members, how many other than Busta actually put out an album?
Rampage put out an album before I got there.
Didn't Rampage just have his own album as Rampage?
Yeah, that was
before Flipmode.
Yeah, that was the Wild for the Night and stuff. When I got down with Flipmode, Rampage's album was out. Busta.
But was it under Flipmode? Was he? You see what I'm saying? Or was that? Because I remember Rampage being his own artist at one point.
I believe Flipmode Entertainment was always a thing.
Okay.
And Rampage was signed to Busta, but Flipmode Squad
didn't exist at that point.
Didn't exist until matter of fact, I and Baby Sham kind of signed on. Like, we met each other the same day at the studio. So that's how the Squad started formulating. But I think it really,
So Rampage had an album.
Busta was working on When Disaster Strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Then we ended up doing that Cruise song, We Could Take It Outside. Mm-hmm. And Lord Have Mercy. Lord Have Mercy was like, I think Lord...
He had an album?
No, he didn't have an album, but he was like Busta's second in command. Even though Rampage was there, I think Busta was looking at Lord as like the head lyricist in charge, like as far as like a crew goes. Because he was supposed to come out before me.
Who had albums from Flipmode is my question.
Rah Digga.
Round of applause for Rah Digga.
Thank you. That's what the fuck I was trying to get to.
No, I said that, but
anniversary of the joint.
I'm just saying, like,
gold, by the way.
So that's kind of deep too.
Once I came, it was.
You were in a group, a very deep, a lot of people was in this group. Right. Quite a few names that we didn't even get to Split Star, and you know what I mean. Yet you got an album out of this motherfucker.
Well, Lord Have Mercy.
A gold album.
Lord Have Mercy.
A gold album.
Lord Have Mercy was supposed to drop an album, and he had the single out. It was called Paint Your Face. Like, that was that record was going, and then I kind of put the pressure on Busta. I remember doing this interview on Ladies Night. Like, yo, wherever y'all see Busta, y'all see him in the Jamaican spot, you see him in the jewelry spot, you tell him we want a Digga album. And he actually pulled me to the side like, come on, yo, you gonna create like a security situation for me. Like,
well then get me a fucking album,
you
boss.
really got niggas running up on me. Like, because we did the two singles. We had the Cha Cha Cha. We had the Everybody on the Line Outside. Now, all this time, Lord Have Mercy was slated to go first, but we did Cha Cha Cha. It ended up surpassing their single. Like, that was supposed to set up Lord, and people were familiar with Rampage. Me, Spliff, Sham, we the newcomers. We on the other half, Cha Cha Cha. But Cha 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 bust that record ass.
Y'all people wanna get down? Y'all suckers wanna battle? Hey, what y'all wanna do? Ladies and gentlemen, Digga, first name Rashida, sweetest person, had no idea. Just like that, honey, flip 3 times. When niggas and dimes, stacking rounds by the neon. Situation. Round the way with my women, looking spiffy with the Fendi type linen.
And then the Digga, birth name Rashida, bust everybody ass. Mm-hmm. So then it was just like, Digga.
Yo, that's dope though. Like
y'all
motherfuckers gotta really take note to that. You see what I'm saying? Like, and you gotta feel pretty special that you were able to pull that shit off. Cause I know a lot of people was waiting in the wings thinking they shit was gonna come out and it never did.
See, that's the problem. Like, you can't wait. Like, I mean, there's a when you're dealing with an artist who is, you know, the boss or, you know, the label exec, like, they're always going to be in artist mode first. Like, there's, like, very seldomly, there's only a handful of artists that I've seen that really know how to, like, step back and put their shit aside for their other artists. Put that
businessman hat
on. You know
on.
what I mean? Like, 50 is good with it. You know, Jay-Z is good with it. Like, there's not a lot of people that do that. Like, a lot of times you have the artist still competing with their artists. And, you know, like, Busta is that guy. And if you don't have the tenacity to keep up with his work ethic, because that's, like, aside from, you know, being a boss, he's also a fucking workaholic. You know, he's a workhorse. Like, that man really right now to this day, and we about to be in our 50s, like, he in the studio every day, 7 days a week, 20 hours a day, like it's 1999.
I was on my way to the studio to go fuck with Busta when I got pulled over and got locked the fuck up. Oh, and shout out to Bust because he did come and picked up my whip for me and put it in the parking lot and all that. Love you, God.
He's still doing this like he in his 20s, like going.
And he gonna go to the club every night.
I'm about to say going to the club and coming back to the studio and starting that record at 3-4 in the morning. Like, he's still doing that 7 days a week, holidays, weekends. So
every day.
And you have to match that. Like, you can't be the person to sit back and wait for him to get around to your shit. He's gonna be 3 albums done by the time you see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be in the studio with him, listening to all the shit that he make. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Check this shit out though. Check this out what I made. And that's another way I got him too. People don't know Busta make beats. He be making beats. Mm-hmm. He made curtains. He made curtains on Dirty Harriet. Like, he'll make a beat. I'm like, yo, give me that. I'll go home or whatever. I'll come back the next day. He playing some shit like, yo, check this shit out what I did. Yo, I played them curtains. He like, yo. So when you're doing stuff like that, like, it's almost like you have to, you know, 48 Powers of Law, Laws of Power.
48 Laws of Power.
Laws of Power. Mm-hmm. You don't want to outshine the master, but you got to match that motherfucker. You got to match him. Especially when you're dealing with somebody that's, you know, that in tune with their own, you know, wrapped up, consumed with their own stuff. Like, you got it. That's the only way to survive in that. And I just feel like a lot of the guys with Flipmode, they were, you know, they were complacent with just showing up. Like, we at the studio every day, we recording, everybody's, you know, going home. Me, I'm trying to sneak copies of the stuff. I want to go home and analyze what I wrote. Like, people, they...
Mm-hmm. Your work ethic definitely, I mean, it
who the
clearly
hell say they used to write for Biggie? Somebody said I used to write for Biggie.
You and Knots went on.
Your ass off this damn string.
Yeah, well, I used to write for Biggie. So,
oh, yes, and he did Harriet Tubman. Thank you for reminding me. Busta got two of the hardest joints on my album. Harriet Tubman and Curtains.
But your work ethic clearly shows. You and Knots, who also
how come you didn't have Lauryn Hill
right?
on your debut? I mean, Lauryn was...
I wrote for Digga, seriously, y'all. Logical atheist. Shit. Do you have something you want to talk?
Me?
Tell us, Digga.
I want it. Let's hear it. You got to show me the receipts. Right, when you were part of the Outsidaz. I was a part of Outsidaz at the same time I left Flipmode. Shouts out to the Outsidaz. Hard to take them niggas outside of Newark though.
Why is that?
Had to leave them in Newark a lot of the times.
Well, when niggas start acting up, why?
I be burning them seeds like Betty Grandson. Yes, that's the Flipmode disaster strikes. Why did I have to leave them at home? Because they was crazy. They crazy. And not crazy in the sense of like, they like Rockstar. They was just Rockstar crazy. Just trash the place and And how do you get a lifetime ban from the House of Blues? Like the Outsidaz are banned from the like when you go to LA, the House of Blues is the legendary venue that like you have to perform at the House of Blues when you go to LA.
Okay, now you have to tell us about the night that they got banned.
I wasn't there. All I know is they are banned from the House of Blues.
Does that not include you? You're not.
Oh, look, I'm Flipmode. Look, see when shit like that happens, that's what I'm Flipmode. Banned from the House of Blues. Banned from Platinum Sound. Oh, is that the studio? One of them studios they banned from. One of the niggas was high and stole an engineer coat. Like he put the wrong coat. I guess when he came out, when he got to the studio it was like 70 degrees, and then he left it was like 30, and he was high and he decided he needed a coat. So he just took a coat from the closet, didn't care who coat it was. Slangton, rest in peace. Nigga stole an engineer coat. That poor man got a fucking skateboard home back to Brooklyn from Manhattan somewhere in fucking 30-degree weather. Just niggas.
So listen, I guess this is turning into a quick last minute Digga interview right now.
Right.
Kinda, right? So you know what I want to talk about real quick? I want to talk about some of the stuff that Digga does right now with the kids.
Okay.
Because Rah Digga loves the kids.
Digga loves the kids.
And so just tell me about that, because, you know, I can see that Digga loves the kids.
I know. Am I doing all the talking this episode? I feel like I'm doing all the talking this
well,
episode.
Right.
You got your homegirl
Right.
here. You're feeling loquacious right now.
Wait, but you know what?
Let it go.
Wait, before we move on to the kids, I just have one question for my best friend. So there was this track on the Dirty Harriet album, right? Since we're talking about the 18-year anniversary, that I always listen to whenever I'm stood up for a date or when a nigga that I thought I liked don't do the right thing, and I listen to that shit on the ride home. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck all y'all niggas.
Oh, that's me and
You
Z.
and Z with
That
the
was so
back and
cute.
forth, and then he get on to be like, fuck y'all bitches. Fuck
all y'all bitches.
And you know what? And
I want to know the story behind that record.
that was
That's
actually
my joy.
That was actually my idea to do that.
I love it.
What happened was, okay, so we do the Outsider record, The Last Word, right? And I'm with Z at the time, and he's feeling some type of way because he feels like Pace has more bars on The Last Word than he does. So I'm like, okay, boo, we can do a duet. So, right, this is when dating somebody in your rap crew goes wrong and shit.
Sonny and Cher.
So we end up doing this debate, right? Oh, Pace, Z gonna be so mad. Like, yes, he was mad because Pace had 3 more bars than him on The Last Word.
Let it out.
So we end up doing this duet, and my idea to say fuck y'all niggas, fuck y'all bitches, and I do the fuck y'all niggas part, and then he does the fuck y'all bitches part. But when his first verse, the first time he laid the verse, he's like kind of like talking about fucking a bitch.
Right, talking about his balls slapping on her ass.
And I'm like, wait, stop. That's
not exactly what I meant.
I need you to disrespect women. I don't want
you fucking the bitches.
I don't want you fucking
I
the
want
bitch.
you to fuck those bitches.
Yo, I'm telling
There's
you.
a difference.
I'm telling you, there was a line. I think there was a line where he said some shit like, my dick looked pretty in pink. I think when he said that, I was like, wait.
Oh, that got
stop.
left out the
I'm
song.
like, stop it.
No,
Stop it right now.
That
No.
had to get left off the record.
I'm going to need you to be disrespectful. And then
he said like the Geico box. What do you think it is I'm doing?
Anyway.
You know when the little nigga said, do you have anything to declare? He said, what do you think I'm doing? You know the fucking Geico box, that commercial? Come on.
Yes, I do.
Go ahead, anyway.
I do.
He was declaring something.
So, at any event, that song happened. And then, check the Jukes though, right?
And it's still an anthem for single girls like me all around the world. Shout out to the single girls.
Check out the Jukes though. So, back then we all had different deals. Like I had a solo deal. Z had a solo deal. We had the crew Outsider deal. So we was milking each other labels. Pace had a deal like yo, I'm gonna submit an invoice for 20 grand to do a hook for you. Kickback, we split it. So this is what we doing between all our labels and shit. We just busting it down. So we got As Is to submit like a 20. He was a producer, and we got him to submit like a 20. I sent him like a 20 grand invoice for the beat for that record, and so, we gave him 5, we kept 15 and shit. No, wait. Hold on. All right. Wait, them numbers might be. Psych. I'm just kidding.
Like, what?
Now you whatever the
Psych. Sap. Something.
You're going to be like, wait a minute. Is that what really happened?
Sylvia Roll watching this right now like, oh, word.
Someone get more.
Everybody used to do that. You think you invented that kickback shit?
No, but this is the bullshit.
Every friend, if you had a friend who had a deal, that's what motherfuckers do.
No, but
that's how people became friends. Actually, some people.
But this the bullshit
from doing kickbacks with each other.
So it came back that that he sampled some shit, and the label didn't want to clear it because of the sample, and these jerky boys went and put it on that outside of album Nightlife EP before my album came out. So not only is this sample not clear, but then y'all took the record and used it before us after Elektra had paid y'all. So now I got Sylvia Rome looking at me like, under no circumstances are you ever to record with them niggas again. So, just a little just a little sidebar, like a lot, but that's what I mean by, that's my way of saying, like, you can't take niggas out of Newark. But I say all that to say, like, there was just a lot of things that they were doing that was, making it difficult for me to rock. Like, now I got my label telling me that, you can't record with them cats. So, it's like different little situations happen that made my involvement with the Outsidaz complex as fuck. But I always shouted them out and repped them, just on a loyalty tip. Like, it was still us against the world, but damn, y'all made it difficult as fuck.
Real quick, first of all, you don't know about people making it difficult as fuck. I got stories.
Oh God.
But anyway, real quick, let's talk about the kids because we got to be out real quick.
Oh, wow. The kids. So, yes, I conduct hip-hop workshops called Lyrics Matter. It is a curriculum that I design myself, and basically I take the kids through the decades of hip-hop history on a weekly basis. Like week 1, we deal with the 70s to the 80s. Week 2, the 80s to 90s, and everything in between. Like just how when records started actually started getting recorded, studio process, the label process, then actual radio and all the way to now technology and just being independent. So I teach kids these things firsthand experience, and thank God we have YouTube now and all these wonderful things capturing stuff from the past. I take them on trips. I take them up to stations, record labels. There's a shout out to Hush Tours. They actually sponsor me taking the kids to different landmarks within New York, the boroughs, and just all these historic things, Sedgwick Avenue, stuff like that. So it's something I decided to do. Like I just felt like every day I'm always thinking like, what more can I do to push the culture forward? Okay, I can co-sign a younger artist. I can develop a younger artist. I can collaborate with a younger artist. I can make music. What else outside of making music can I do? And sometimes the things you can't do, you can teach. So I decided to volunteer my time, and this was something that I came up with to get kids off the street. And what ultimately ended up happening was now I have kids in school, in the school system, like, hey, well, why is this just a street kid thing? I'm studying for broadcasting and studio engineering. So now I, had to put it together for certain schools. And then you had people, and I do this in my hometown of Newark.
Right.
That's what it was originally designed for. That's whom it was
right
designed.
But this model can be taken
right
anywhere,
but
yes?
then what happened is now you got the neighboring cities, you got the Irvington, East Orange, cities outside of Newark, like, well, why is this just a Newark thing? Like, we want to do this. So then I started moving around with it, and then you had the kids in the suburbs like, well, why is just, is this just a black kid thing? Is this a hood kid thing? Like, we love the culture too. So
right, well, and then you got multi-state, so you can sell your curriculum.
Then it expanded to the burbs, and then next thing you know, then I started getting calls from Baltimore and Philly and different places like, well, why is this just in Jersey?
But it doesn't have to be just you, is what I'm saying. You can sell your curriculum to other teachers, and they can do this in other places.
No, absolutely. I do it once a season. I haven't done one for the past few seasons because I've been touring a lot. Now I'm like old school legend, so I can get that salt and pepper money.
Okay,
I get that Duggan Fresh liquor money.
Okay, that best of money.
That classic money.
Okay,
show money. So I haven't done one in a while. I am like vetting people out to do it in my absence, but it's not like me doing it. Like there's this small part of me that wants to keep it niche and boutiquey like that, because it's one thing when Professor such and such who teaches hip hop culture at Harvard is teaching it, but it's another thing when Rah Digga is teaching it. It's another thing when LORD JAMAR is teaching it. So
hit up Rah Digga.
Yes.
If you want
Lyrics Matter LLC.
Lyrics Matter to your school, to your neighborhood, to your city. Real quick before we go, I want to shout out LL Cool J launched a new station on Sirius Radio called Rock the Bells Radio, which is taking place Channel 43 on Sirius. Takes place of Backspin. And when I tell you that this fucking station is the shit, like Backspin was cool, it was
Yeah.
It took over Backspin?
Yes. To me, they played way more Beastie Boys than anybody ever fucking played when the shit was really out. You understand what I'm saying? This motherfucker LL now has curated some shit.
Okay.
Where he's playing some gems, he's playing some obscure shit.
I listened to it the first day. I listened to it for the whole day. The first day, I didn't hear I didn't hear not one female song.
Oh no!
I felt the way.
No, listen again. Trust me.
Okay.
He actually goes out of his way where he talks about. He says he wouldn't be in the game if it wasn't for female rappers.
No, I know. I'm not. That's definitely not. That's not a shot to L at all. But I did listen to it that first launch day, and I'm listening.
Well, you gotta let the.
I know that was day one.
Yeah.
We got the rest of life.
Oh, you gotta let our nuts hang first.
Okay.
And then y'all get your.
I want to hear some chicks.
You let your tits hang after that.
Hashtag us too.
Right.
But so shout out to him for that. Real quick, you said a book earlier, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this as the book recommendation of the week. You brought up the 48 Laws of Power.
Right on.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that can be our book recommendation for this week. Now, some people use that book and can become like a megalomaniac. I'm saying use the positive shit in this book and also use it to understand how certain other people might think. But I'm not the type of person that's necessarily subscribes to like living my life by the 48 Laws of Power as my blueprint, as some people do. I think that can be dangerous, but it is a good book and I will recommend it. That being said, I think we're at the end of the show.
Right on.
This was another fucking great one. Hats off and thank you.
We didn't
Alex.
do IG. We didn't. Oh, we
did YouTube Live.
Yeah, we did.
We did YouTube.
Yeah, y'all
Live.
got a nice little session with us. We got all type
and
of
we're gonna be able
camera
to use
combo.
this.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? We're gonna be able to
IG
use
will
this
get it
footage.
later. There's an art to IG. You know, we talked about the 48 laws of power. The 48 laws of IG.
Okay,
It's
and
an
then,
art to posting on IG.
well, as far as I'm talking about,
Prince
when you
Emil
try to do
Hawking
the
from
live,
Zamunda
when you try to stream
wants
live
to put a
on
hickey
IG,
on my forehead.
Yeah, it gives you the wonky.
it's just weird.
Yeah,
It'll cut
it's
off.
wonky,
It's
yeah.
not. It's just not.
The connection ain't strong.
Yeah, they got to get that shit together.
Somebody wants to put a hickey on my forehead.
Wow.
I'm just reading. I'm just catching comments now.
Of all the places in all the land.
You got a lot of love. Your DMs there must be a lot of creeping in Rah Digga's DMs.
Man, my DMs want to know how much I charge for a verse. Can they get a drop?
Nah,
no,
man.
nobody. No, for real. No, for real. No. Yo,
I saw somebody say those fingernails can grab them like a steering wheel or something. They just said that a little while ago.
Yo, nobody.
I've heard. No, I saw one time at a performance where they had the Twitter feed.
Oh God! Shut up! Are you gonna? Go ahead.
Can you please have Rah Digga smack me with a butt cheek?
And it scrolled. It was like on the wall,
on
like
the screen
a big
as
ass
she was
wall.
performing.
I'm rapping and shit.
Okay.
I'm doing the song and like, see how the comments are scrolling right now? Like the comments are scrolling on the wall of the venue.
I bet
and
you-
you just see this big ass smacking with a butt cheek. It's called the
I
wall.
bet you-
As I'm doing tight, like.
I bet you that same dude is in your DMs right now. Shout out to him. Hey, dude.
He's like, I'm still game. I'm still game for that.
No,
A sweaty one, sweaty butt.
There is one guy that be in my comments though, not the DMs. He just be in the he be on the IG comments. He be on the Facebook comments. I'm like, oh, come on,
You're a little stalker,
you're
aren't you?
scaring me. Stop talking to me like that.
Well, listen. I want to thank y'all for joining us again for another week. If you want to support the show, go to Patreon, go to Cash Me / you know what I mean, or go to hoodie.com and cop that, you know what I mean, Godcast gear when it hits. So yes. All right, so once again, for you know what I mean, Godcast, I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm Digga.
Your girl, Alex.
Peace. Peace. It's the absence of all confusion. United we stand, divided we fall. 2 fingers together is the real peace sign, y'all. Brand Nubian peace gear. Hoodies. T-shirts. Snapbacks. Available at hoodg.com. Get yours today.